And welcome back to Rockwood, Louisiana. Thank you for joining me and the continuing build out of this organic city in Cities Skylines, vanilla. I've enjoyed it. It's a no pause, no rush playthrough. We're chilling, man. We're chilling. Now, one thing that is kind of pressing us is what on earth to do back here, because really, these are running out of resources to collect. Any of them that there are in a neighboring region that we can't get to. We could just live off of just a little bit of what's left over here. Get those. These, I think, are pretty much just toast. Yeah, I think we'll just get rid of them. Bink, bink. And Dean Oil Products. I'm curious to know, it has a, I actually don't know exactly. Operating normally, okay. Because it has on the natural resources filter this black, and I'm not quite sure what that means, but I guess it's still operating. When we get access out here, if we do, and here we go, we've already got a water problem to deal with. If we get access to the rest of the oil that is out this way, I will then set about expanding Dean Oil Products out that direction. And maybe there's a little further growth in this area here. But for now, I mean, I guess you just kind of, just because we've got demand for industrial here. So why not throw a few more buildings in there, grow the tax base, right? And you know, we'll have more dirty industry, but I think what we'll end up doing, ooh, this actually may be a project that we could do sooner rather than later, is go ahead and just get a tree planting project going here. I always like to come back to trees. Kinda like that. Little extension. Okay, so, you know, and I know we'd be able to, but that will be a place where maybe a road comes through later on down the line. Okay, now with that industrial demand, oh, by the way, so we do have some commercial demand that we could fill with a little low density here. No. Hoo hee woo hee woo woo woo. Shit. Yeah, okay. Here. Wow. That was a little much. And right there. Good. So, a few more businesses here as we continue growth on this side of the river. Looking good. Looking real good. And so I would say that's kind of a piece of commentary about how I play the game. Maybe that's a little different is And I think it's true to life from my experience in my work life. I know a little bit about paying attention to community development, economic development, infrastructure development at the local level. And a lot of it has to do with planning something out, and then as development can happen, I mean, I think they go ahead and zone it out, and then development just happens on its own. So I further hamstring that with growth management by being ready to grow out with whatever I want, but leaving it empty and not doing a full, centrally planned community approach. I leave myself some rope, some creative room, some logistical room to play with, room for additional city services to go in. It's worked all right so far. Now, we have to, of course, mention right off the top, and we don't get a whole lot, but we do get a new tile, and we've got to push to 70,000 population. That is kind of the overarching goal for our gameplay moving forward from here, and I talked about that in our prior video. This is an interesting time for me. I've never crossed this threshold myself in this game. I'm up over 300 hours now. I mean, we'll see how this goes. For another. Obviously, emergency services being backed up like this along this roadway is not great. Yeah, this area has kind of been an issue for a while. And I think I still haven't quite figured out. I've tried a million different ways, including the addition of much of this infrastructure, this swirly looking shit here. It's just, not quite coming together there any way I can slice it, at least not yet. Bam! Got to take down a big building there. That hurts. Everybody in the neighborhood here on this unincorporated side of the city near the smaller neighborhoods. This is kind of a unique part of town. None of these high-rise owners were happy about that abandoned property, so best to get rid of it. Demo crew came in, did the work. But this has become rather interesting over here. This was not like this. Profit Center. Good side of town ends up looking like this. I like it. I do. From what it was, I like it. It looks like an old school financial and office district. Old money, right? I dig it. Ooh, that's the other thing, okay. Delagarde Dairy here. They now extend out this way. Okay, so I'll have a new district that is going to be agriculture right here, just in here for now anyway. And we'll make this Delagarde Farms, and it'll kind of be hidden, I think. And let's do big suburb style. but we're gonna make that farming, and we're gonna get industry on there to help satisfy that demand. We'll put it kind of out this way. We're going to go into our industry buildings for farming, and I like another farm workers place right there. Dink. And then I need to, I always come back to trees, baby. The big suburb style of farming. Interesting. I had not ever tried that. That seems to match pretty well there. That's pretty good. All right, man. Okay, so let's get some trees up out here. I like it, and let's throw in some bigger trees. Bam. Let's just do that. Fine. All right. So there you have just a little bit of a buffer for our water facility. You got a little growth from the new Delagard farming operations, and there you have it. Do just a little more housing. Okay, I'll do a little creative work real quick right here. Yes, please. Then we'll do another commercial district. Thank you. Like that. And then I'm going to do just kind of a random high density residential bloopity. I want to see what pops up right here. And maybe we'll do some landscaping around it. Right? And that can be kind of like the little teeny downtown area, so to speak, for this community that's over here, you might say. Yeah, it's kind of up on the hill in the center, and it's got a blocky area there, and there's businesses nearby. All right. Looking good as we start to build some stuff out here. Oftentimes you'll just find yourself stumbling into the right things to do with infrastructure. I find playing this snail's pace. you know, it's not the nice side of town. And I'll tell you what, that would make some sense out here is, let's get a fence up. Suburban. Dink. Oops. Okay, yeah. That little section there is a little silly. Right there, like that. That way, you know, they'll have a little bit of a barrier between them and the creepy forest behind. Okay, I think we are where we want to be on the money, so let's get this ready. We're going to paint this industry area. We'll go ahead and make it over here too, kind of all the way to the edge. This company, this developer, this industry tycoon has come in and bought this gigantic chunk of land over here. Bam. Maple Rock Timber Co. Bam. Let's do it. All right. And then we'll do a, what I do is to try to create a certain effect is to just basically paint another district over the top of it that has the forestry industry areas in it. And again, I'm going to do the big suburb on that, and we'll see what turns out. And it'll just be kind of a dupe, you know. And to those that are bothered by that, I'm sorry. I'm not too badly. So let's get into our industry. Forestry Prees will be our first building. I don't want this, but I do want to place this, bam, right there. All right, very good. Sawmill, small, okay, good. I like these to fill kind of along here, right? No. I mean, obviously we need services, so let's go like that. Let's go like this for starters, and like this, and like that, and get power out there as well. Absolutely want to make sure you are providing services like that. Bam. And we'll have budding forestry industry here. Let's also add our sawmill. That's a good spot. Put another one there. Like that. And that'll be a start And I mean, you know, that'll be the Maple Rock Timber Company will pretty much run that side of town and own this little chunk right here. And I'm not going to mess with it. This is a heritage company here. Same here. Same here. A lot of respects here and here. You know, I don't mess with stuff easily, as would be the case if there was a real city council, you know, a real population with competing interests involved. So I try to role play that a bit. Another spot for trees. I'm actually thinking. Basically wide open. I think, you know, we may want to add, who knows, the Saunders Ponderand family. Spring education. That is something I feel like I can do confidently. Now, I could probably afford to build. Ooh, that gives me an idea. A new high school. Ooh, yeah, new high school over here, because we don't have one anywhere over this way. That'd be good. Let's do it. A new high school. That looks like a good looking building for over here, and we'll put it. Ooh, we could get creative with this. Interesting. Okay. None of this. I put residential down here, and for some reason, none of it ever developed. I still don't understand. Just like that. Yes, please. Our school shall go. Like that. Oh, that's too big. Okay, yeah, we want kind of a quaint one back here. Right there, everybody. Right in the middle of the... Oh, and look at that. The high school will be here, and we'll have our kind of like our historic toury area there. Ooh, baby, that comes together nicely. I like that. Let's do something else. Bonk, you know it. Bam. Yes. And bam. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now you start to see that residential demand crawl up. Thank you to the companies working over here. So, let's fill it. Over here, I'm just filling in as many of the big blocks that I can, and then a few kind of random small ones. And then these will be some well-to-do types. And there we go. Population growing once again, if only temporarily. But we should begin to see that continue as we go forward. Again, I reiterate that I am no expert at this. However, I grew up raised by a city planner. Had some old residential in Richland Woods here, I think, that used to be here that we can fill back in. Bam! Whoa! Look at this nasty-ass building. Well, we'll have to demo that. Donk. Scheduled for demo. Done. Not sure. Not sure, but that may be a problem section of town. Now this just continues to be kind of a funny little inner city agriculture district that I have gone ahead and preserved. If I were to tell you how and why, again, change is hard for me. And it almost serves like a little historic preserve park. But I will tell you this. If you accuse me of eyeballing that for more concrete development, well, you could accuse me of eyeballing that for more concrete development is kind of the gist of that. But I'm not going to move on that yet. My heart can't take it. You got a real rural suburban boomtown out here, man. I think this I love this game for just kind of the imagining that it does, because I just don't think of rural America, you know, ever, or rural anywhere for that matter, looking like this. You know, it's like it's something that I don't understand. It's something that isn't really replicated anywhere in the real world. I don't understand if, you know, if you could have a whole bunch of stuff like this, a baconery, same here, beefcakes, Amy's baking, sliced fruit, ready sliced fruit, baking, bread and beyond, baconery. I mean, you know, just a massive food production hub, let's say, but kind of like factory food production Now, you do have still... What do we have out here? Phil's Fields, Orchard Company, Animal Farm, Fruit for All. Yeah, so you still have the portion of the community in-game that appears to be growing, you know, growing things. And then, of course, you know, you have the area of Delegard Dairy, a lot of the animal and other products coming out of there. I think those get funneled elsewhere there. But then you've got this area here that's still... It's still growing things. Gemini Food Products. But then you cross the park over to this side of town, and you don't have so much of growing things. You have more of these businesses. So what is it? How have we done this? All industrial. Same as over here. Same as over here, but just different. Is it because they're in a district? Ranch Brown. What is it? Oh, you know what? No. Default style. Wow. So, in-game out here, in the midst of our little rural, you know, I tell you what, let's see. How many people we got out here? 38. 136. 325. 149. 149 at Fowler Farms. 163 here at Ranch Platteville. Ranch Blythe, 324. Yeah. Out here, Gemini Food Products, 284. So it looks like, and then I think we've got like an unincorporated area there. Everybody seems to funnel and do a lot of the market business and packaging and distribution of product here in the Ranch Howell area. Okay, and so that, I mean, I didn't even know, I had no idea that that would happen myself. I don't know if anybody would have. But that, to me, is beautiful, man. That's a beautiful aspect of this game. You know, and it's a credit to the people who made it. And so now I get to thinking all the creative ideas about how to, okay, what is it that we do with Ranch Howell to kind of help further cement its status as, you know, the hub for this whole rural community out here. I mean, I think the very first thing that you do is you bring in a road network, and we'll go 2-lane road with median here. Let's make this an upgrade. Bonk. Bonk. All around. We'll send it all the way. Had to take some stuff down. I hate that. All right, we'll leave this dirt road here. You know, it's something. We do have the money for this. Another public library would be good. You know what? Let's do it over here. These folks in Orchard Park and such, they could probably use it. right here. All right, here's what we can do, because I know what the argument would be at council, right? So you'd have one side that would just be like, it must be what it must be, and then you have the other side that would make a fair argument that, you know what you could do? You could just go ahead and bust out this section of roadway right here that we don't need anyway. We got a little interruption here. Congratulations, Maple Rock Timber and Company has reached level 2. Oh, this is over across the river. Okay, we'll be getting to that. All right, I think we're going to have to leave off this decision about the public library. You know what? I'll tell you what. High-Tech Gadgets licensed LTD, the owners of this business, which also run the Hillside residence, the Holly residence, that own this, pretty much this whole block here. They're going to come forward at the next council meeting, or the key council meeting here, and they'll say that, what do we have here? They'll sacrifice some of their crappy businesses, the more residents, or these residences here. There's slums that are out behind their big build, their big, their big assembly building, or whatever the hell this thing is. They'll sacrifice some of those to widen this road. We'll relocate this a little bit. As a matter of fact, we may do a deal where we bulldoze some of these to relocate this. In all cases, we're going to knock out this road and we're going to widen this one in order to prevent the ouster of these residents. So, donk. Now it's become impossible. Maybe not, though. Let's do this. Let's knock out this, but then let's rebuild it again. To here. Like that. Alright. Now, next thing. Let's get the ground ready. Let's go here. Shit. Well, it looks like this work scared some residents away anyway. Oh, a couple of developers were like, you know what? We're gonna pack it up, call it a year. All right, fine. So, at least it was their choice to make. We did have the road for them, and then we started moving the earth, and they were like, yeah, I think we'll get out of here. So, let's grab our library. Let's place it. Pew. Right there, like that. Okay. And then over here, let's bulldoze these. Let's de-zone it. Let's de-zone it. Okay. And we're not gonna touch this right here. The green residence. Those are, you know, that's where special family members are staying here who are related to the owners of the big, huge business there. And we will take this road, and hopefully, or actually, well, first we'll take this to relocate. Right here. Good. Medical clinic moves down the road and around the corner. And then this guy also has to move. So we'll take a little more time and we'll empty him out. And we may end up moving him out of the area altogether. My imagining right now is that this section of Rockwood is likely to become, and I have some control over this, right? I could jump in and mess with zoning and get this to start growing up pretty quick. And that may be what I do, because it's on this side of the monorail track, right? All of the highway infrastructure and the major highway infrastructure and public transit infrastructure kind of centers or circles this whole area here. You know, this morphs into a cosmopolitan downtown section of town. It has never really, I never intended for it to be that way. I was just playing the game, just growing the city as I thought that I should from moment to moment. And then here we are with an opportunity presented before us to have this little section look like a nice, cool looking downtown somewhere down the way. Maybe let that be a vision. You know, cities in real life have what's called a 50-year plan. It's a vision of how they want the community to look in 50 years. You know, you kind of take that look at it. About 50 years, it'd be neat if West Rockwood here and then Rockwood proper on this side of the river all formed this just big skyscraper city, massive building downtown area that continued to grow up and up and up. And then everything else from there, out from there, could be sprawl. And then beyond that, 150 year plan. Okay, when do we start growing up and where? Right? So, like I say, I'm not ready to let this thing go because I'm excited to see what we have here, what the story is, where it continues to change and where it goes and what new opportunities to make, and that's what keeps me coming back to Cities Skylines, I'll say. So obviously a huge credit to the developers. And I wanted to say too, as a piece of commentary related to Cities Skylines, I kind of don't like Cities Skylines 2 in the sense that it almost is too attached to the real present world. In Cities Skylines 2, I don't think I would get like a result like this. The city is what you end up making of it. It's not what you plan, it's what you make of it. And then that's what the city becomes. I feel like Cities Skylines, vanilla, is a great example of that. I think the one thing I would say that I wish I could do better in this game is infrastructure. That is where Cities Skylines 2 has Cities Skylines Vanilla beat. Infrastructure, 100%. But by the same token, I'll also say this. The infrastructure system that is put together with the AI here in Cities Skylines 1, while kind of janky and alien weird and stupid in some ways, it is workable, and it, I feel like, helps lend you to this kind of otherworld city experience that a city builder is kind of there to help you do. That's what I think city building games are meant to do. It's meant to evoke imaginary cities. Goodness gracious, now that I'm off my soapbox. Okay. We can get back to important matters at hand, which include further development at Maple Rock Timber Company. So, what do we have here? Forestry Workers Barracks would be good to just have. And again, could you please... I don't like how it does that. So... yeah, let's build out a little more... Or no. No. We could put barracks. So, barracks can go... go about here. Donk. Yeah, that's... I like that spot for him. Oh, wow! Look at that! That is so cool looking! And it'll be up on this rise like that? Shit, that's cool. Okay. Alright, so I didn't really... I anticipated having... residences and or forestry business over this way. Golly, that's neat looking. I wonder if there's more we could do with that. I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll tell you this though. It's begging to be done. It's just begging to be done. Right. Okay, so another piece of commentary, the difference between the way I play and how I see a lot of others play is that you will zero in on what I had here, which is this landfill that I need to empty before I can move it. And the way that I will see a lot of people play is that instead of just putting a button or pin in that and going and taking care of this as I, began to do, they will stick on this. They'll stick on this. They'll push fast, wait for this to empty, and then continue on this project, while literally ignoring, in that entire span of time, which is an all-important resource in any respect, all of the opportunities that would have presented themselves in the interim. So, I don't understand that way of playing anything. I just wanted to say that. So we're back over here at Maple Rock Timber Company in the interim. A small tree sapling field now instead of full grown. We could do that out on the clear side, right? Dink. Dink. Okay, we got a log yard. We're gonna get those down here too. Let's have those be out here. down out this way. And we'll have one there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's correct that. We're gonna have to do that. This. I should have just figured that. Okay, so you. All the way out. All the way out, please. Isn't it funny how it's more pleasant to watch gameplay of Cities Skylines from this angle all these years after the original Sim City was played from this angle? Bang. All right. Right there. All right. There we go. All right, that probably took us a little longer than it should have, but tell you what, we got expectations of these guys now. Policies. Improved work safety supervision. Ooh, interesting. Yes, we'll do that though. And then we've got output. We're good on everything there. We're still, looks like, in the red. Yeah, we're just kind of getting things revved up. So let's add a little more of this. Good. Timber, ink, yes, forestry. And then we'll do, we've got a little bit of industrial demand. And so what we'll do is I'll focus on satisfying that demand in spaces where I don't think I'll be able to put any of the industry facilities. So kind of here. For now, at least. Good. So we'll let that be that. Okay. Yeah. We don't need any of this. Dead facility. Dead infrastructure. Just costing us money. Just out here costing us money, man. We don't need none of that. We told, city goes to the company and says, hey, we ain't maintaining your roads anymore. Company says, all right, well, we won't keep them. However, Dean Oil Products will not give up on these roads, and so the city will agree to pave them in exchange for a sensible connection to the central authority. Think like that. And now there'll be a back way for the cops to get in here. Ah! Oh, we got crime here at Maple Rock Timber Company. Interesting. Okay, so the owners out here at Maple Rock, yeah, come down to the city there and start bothering the local do-gooders about putting a little police presence in here. So Sure enough, the local do-gooders will do good. Bink. And there we have what would amount to, and we will call it thus, MR Security. MR Security Co. City-sanctioned private police patrolling Maple Rock Timber Company grounds. And by the way, so I guess I operate a little bit more with kind of like a 1920s, 1930s America mentality in terms of city building too, because as you can see, the modern standard of service across an entire city may not exactly be adhered to here in my own city. Now, what I will also say is that when you look at things, fires still happen in neighborhoods where you're looking at it going, doesn't seem like fire service is probably very great there. It's covered, like there's a nearby station, like there is here. There's roads to get to and from it. But for whatever reason, there's not as much importance, let's say, attached to those areas. And so does it reflect real life? I mean, hey, I don't know. But what I see players often do is try to live up to that standard that literally everybody should have green to blue coverage by our fire department, god damn it. No matter how much budget it's going to cost us. And so we're going to cover the whole thing in green and blue. Yeah. I mean, I could probably afford one or two more fire stations, sure. But I bet I'd only really put one, if I put one, here. There's been one thing I've always wanted to do is to try to better enclose this Cypress Industrial Park area from the rest of the stuff around it. I guess we could use a fence, kind of, if you will. I feel like it would look good anyway to have one that almost runs down here along this monorail line-ish. Oh, baby, we're really eyeballing it now. Ah, all right. Cool, man. Nice. All right, yeah, but it's a fence, so it is. Fences are a little janky by nature, right? So folks can't just go walking to and fro in and out of there. And we got that done. I like that. That's good. Little detail work there. Whoa! Sometimes you got the... Whoa, no! Hey, man! Got a pilot. He really turned it on last night. I'd been a little hungover coming into work. The Yaksu line. Oh, we got one stopping off at... here at this place near Wheeling, between Wheeling and our rural community. the ranch estates. Take a nice blimp ride. Where are we headed now? There you have the old River Stanton area there. Hey! Okay, who's this? Yaksu line. But we have Go Nuts Donuts, which I'm gonna have to find a way to incorporate somewhere. Yes, okay. We're gonna move this guy. This landfill. Now, of course, the next big to-do would be where to move this sucker. The next big to-do at council. Oh, beautiful. Would you look at that? We got a little city-owned land. That's why we put it there like that. I knew there was a reason why we left this all unincorporated. Oh, I'm so devilish. I'm so devilish. Alright, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it... Sorry, Richland Woods, but... Bam! You get a landfill. Stop emptying that sucker. And there we will have the last piece in place, I think, to complete the project here. Boop. 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 Let's go with... What do we think here? 4-lane road with decorative grass. Nah, we don't need that. 4-lane road. Here we go. Bonk. Just like that. You know what? A small thing that these guys ultimately appreciate enough because they could put some high density crappy residential right here and here. In return, a little bit more slummy slum for them if they wish in the old quarter. You're gonna go ahead and get to... Hang on a second here. You know, it kind of looks interesting, honestly. Just big, craggly looking with the branches like that. I almost like it as a mystery feature to this area near the... So what else could we do with this? We have... Are there any bushes that would stay alive in here? And yeah, you got these little things. You can go eat, eat. And they kind of like suck off the roots of these. Like so. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's good. That's fine. I like that. Okay. Okay. Ah, leave it. Leave it. I would say we have enough for some policies. And Fort Rock landfill has basically gotten away with murder over here for a long time. Let's do some recycling here. Don't use so much damn power. Okay, that'll cost us a little. Alright, so we hit a peak out here with population growth at 48.5 thousand now. So, speaking of vision before, right? You can see all of this here. If I were to urbanize this, you know, all of this here becoming the big urban core of, and then over here just across the river, urban core of Rockwood with its outgrowth across the river. I'll probably get this tile next. It's kind of this one right here. Well, I think that today's session is gonna have to wrap. Man, oh man, am I excited to see where this city Rockwood heads next. I've really enjoyed being here playing and sharing. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If so, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel, I'd love it if you did. Alternate History Gaming. And of course, hit that bell notification to find out when I drop the next video. I can't wait to get going again here in Cities Skylines. I had fun doing it today. The growth in Rockwood will continue in the next installment. Until then, sayonara, y'all. I'm BankSixdeis.